So now I'm over here in our secondary Driveline. This is for students who are in grade 6 through 12. If you have a student in elementary school, you would use our West Elementary School Driveline to pick up all of your students. If you just have a secondary student, you would use this side, which is our East Driveline, our secondary Driveline. We also have a placard system here. It is pink and blue, and that designates the time that you are allowed to enter in the parking lot for the afternoon. In the morning, you do not need a placard. You do not have a set drop-off time other than you can enter the parking lot beginning at 7:30 and you have up until 7:50 to drop off your students. You want to make sure that you kind of arrive accordingly so that way your student isn't tardy. The tardy bell rings at 7:55. Okay, so this is the entrance to our secondary Driveline, and later on when you watch our time-lapse video of the drive, you will note that when you pull into the parking lot, you are heading south on Ridgeline Boulevard. Please don't approach our secondary Driveline from the south heading north because you can't make a left into the parking lot during our Driveline hours in the morning or in the afternoon. So please head south on Ridgeline Boulevard, make a right into the parking lot. If you are a carpool car, and for that you need to have a special placard, you need to sign up for that in advance, you would use that right lane. All other cars will use the left and the middle lane. If you are a student driver with a student parking pass, you would also use that carpool lane, which is all the way to the right. So as you enter in Driveline, you'll pick the lane that you need to be in. If a Driveline attendant is out here and asks for you to pick a different lane, please follow their instructions. That should be the only time where you cross lanes. We do really need for all families to stay in the lanes and not switch lanes because that's when we have accidents or when people get hit by cars. So as you pick your lane, you'll snake around the parking lot and then you'll come into the first 2 lanes will be our loading zone for our non-carpool cars, and that you will drop off your students in the morning on your outer door. So if you are in the left lane, your students will exit on the left side. If you are in the right lane, your students will exit on the right side. They'll walk forward to the front and then they'll cross safely where the Driveline attendants are. And then the Driveline attendants will also instruct you when you can leave. Okay. In the afternoon, you'll follow the same process, but you'll enter the parking lot based off of your placard time. We have a 2:55 to 3:05. It's a 10-minute window where you enter your parking lot. That is the pink color. And we also have a 3:05 to 3:15. That is your blue placard color. Please make sure that you sign up. They are divided up into equal numbers in order to accommodate the total number of cars that we can have in the parking lot so that we are not stacking up on Ridgeline Boulevard. So please be sure to sign up for those placards in advance. You can find that on our Driveline page on the website. Okay. In the afternoon, you'll do the same thing. Carpool will use that outer lane. Make sure that you have your carpool placard clearly displayed. And then cars who are not doing a carpool will take these 2 lanes. You'll snake around. Your students will load, and then the Driveline attendants will have you exit. In the morning, after 7:45, Driveline attendants may have the left lane make a left where you will snake around through our elementary school parking lot and exit out. We do this in order for efficiency purposes. The right lane will make a right and exit the parking lot. Prior to 7:45 in the morning, all lanes will make a right and then make another right to exit the parking lot. There is no left going outside of the parking lot. We will have a barricade there, so please make sure that you know where to go once you exit the parking lot, how you can continue on your route, whether you're going to work or going back home. It is a right only out of the parking lot. It's also a right only into the parking lot, okay? In the afternoon, it is only a right out of the parking lot. There will be no left to take you around elementary school. That only happens in the morning for efficiency purposes. Okay, please remember to take a look at our Driveline page on the website. And next up, we'll be talking about our walkers and our bike riders. I'm standing over here in our drop-off pull-out lane that is on Blue Point Boulevard, which is just on the north side of campus. As you can see, campus is right behind me. If you utilize this, you would access this from the west side of campus, come up on Blue Point and pull over into this drop-off lane that's right here. As you can see, my car is parked right here. You would have your students exit out of the passenger side of the vehicle, right-hand side, have them use this sidewalk, use the crosswalk right there to access the school. So we highly recommend this for any families who feel comfortable allowing their students to walk onto campus in the morning or walk off campus as a walker in the afternoon. We don't suggest this for any students who are first or kindergarten without any sort of supervision. Okay. Now, what we do want to point out about this pull-out lane right here is that if it is full, so if it goes down the hill, please do not stack up onto that Sergeant Chris Faulkner Drive at the end. If it is full, then I would suggest do one more loop around and wait until it empties. This is intended to be a drop-off zone for our families, so quick in, quick out. But what we don't want it to become is a nuisance or a hazard to traffic and the neighborhood. So please don't wrap around and block traffic on that street down there. Please utilize it as a drop-off or a pickup area. The other thing to keep in mind is, since this is a flowing traffic lane right on the other side, please make sure to indicate with your traffic signal that you are going to enter back into traffic, and please make sure that you are aware that there are no other cars, pedestrians, bikes in the other lane of traffic so that you don't cause an accident, okay? But as your students exit, please ensure that they utilize that crosswalk right there so that we are crossing the street and following all of our TMP rules appropriately. All right, now we're going to talk about secondary walkers and bike riders. We just want to ensure that everybody is safe. So we really need all students, families. If you're approaching our campus from the secondary side, please ensure that you are using crosswalks and you are crossing at intersections. Please do not cross where there is no markings. We do have a little bit of a blind corner here on Ridgeline, and we do have families that want to park across the street and walk across. Please do not do that to pick up your walker, because you are parking in a business, and it violates our transportation management plan, and then that makes us bad neighbors. So in order to be good partners with our neighbors, please do not park across the street in any of the businesses and walk across, okay? We have a drop-off area on the other side of campus where you can drop your student off and they can walk over here. If you have a bike rider, please ensure that they know all of the proper rules for being a bike rider on the road, ensuring that they're wearing their helmets. And as they come to campus, they can park their bikes right here on the bike rack, which is located just to the left of the secondary school entrance.